Hey guys. Um, Social media, I swear, has really been messing me up the past few days. Let me straighten this. Um, I'm gonna prayerfully be able to make this video and just keep it like at the 10 minutes for my new channel because that's where I'm trying to post it. It is about just having a love for humanity and humans. So I'm on social media. Actually, the neighborhood app or like the next door app, and I honestly had gotten off of there too because of just a lot of foolishness, just a lot of it seems like people just be making stuff up. It's just really stressful. People argue so much on there. Anyway, getting to the point. Um, so someone made a post this morning about it was actually a very rude post if you ask me, but basically they said something to the effect of they were driving by and saw I guess a well, they didn't even say an old guy, they called him a crazy guy, and he had they gave the intersection, the street that it was on, they described the house, said it was something, there was an RV in the house or a RV at the house, in front of the house, and like um a lot of weeds and stuff. I guess in a way it kind of sounded to me like back in the day, like one of those like junkyard houses or whatever. That's what it sounded like to me. But just the fact that they described like the streets and the house and everything, and I'm thinking, first thing I'm thinking about, okay, well, anyway, the rest of what happened is that they drove by and saw a man yelling and cursing at his dog. That was the post. And basically, what's wrong with this crazy guy? Does anybody know him? So, the first thing that bothered me is that you literally put this man's street, the house, I mean, like the intersection, the description of the house. I mean, just it's not too many houses with like RVs in front of them. And, you gave a clear, just, a description of this man's home, which, in my opinion, I don't care who it was, what they did. To me, that makes somebody a target because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you know. So he was asking, that was basically the question. That's what I said. And I also said, you know, with all of the homelessness that is all over America at this point, um, and the fact that you have a lot of people, eh, you have a lot of people right now walking around looking just like me, just like anybody normal, getting up, going to work, whatever. They look good and they are crazy as, which forgive me for saying that because I just did what the guy did. They have mental issues. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know to what degree or whatever because they look okay. So that's one thing. And I think another lady said something about, oh, well, what if we do a wellness check or something like that? And I'm thinking to myself, why would you do that? Like, because I'm saying to myself, well, whoever this person is, if they're an elderly person, maybe if they have dementia or something like that, that's a cause. They may have a caregiver or a social worker or something already. You don't know. Yeah, the person may be having some type of a psychotic episode. Is very common nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Person may not have even been talking to the dog. Person could have been talking to themselves. Dog could have been an emotional support dog. It could have been a service dog. You never know. Um, that was there with the person during whatever is going on with him. The man could have had a Bluetooth in his ear, whatever. You don't know who he yelling and cursing at. So I told that person, I said, well, usually a wellness check is for somebody normally who has not been seen or heard of in, the last few days or whatever. And so the family or somebody who knows them will call in for a wellness check to see, is the person home? Are they going to answer the door? Has something happened? Something like that. So you wouldn't send cops to a person's house for something like that. And more so, if the person is out of their medication or something like that, or we don't know if they own medication or what, but if it is a situation like that where the person is having some type of a psychotic breakdown or something like that, or if they're an elder or something like that, maybe their caregiver haven't got there yet, but we don't know. We don't know what it is. Um, you don't want to call the cops for something like that, especially this man is at home in it at his house. Yeah, he was outside, but he's still on his premises. He's okay, he's safe. And what if, like I said, cops were called to this man's residence or whatever, and the man still in his psychotic episode, if that was the case, um just literally goes off, go crazy, and the cops shoot him. We've heard so many cases of cops, police shooting um people with mental illnesses. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my volume or whatever, these notifications off from making a sound. But anyway, so I just thought it was crazy, it was ridiculous and everything. Then the other part of it, I'm going to put that part with um, the fact that we also have in our city, I'm not going to give too much information because, I ain't trying to disclose my location, but in our city, we have the city trying to do something with the homeless problem that, like I just said, is all over America right now. And so they have a solution of something to do that would get them housed, um, and start getting them assigned to get like mental health and drug treatment, um, and things like that. It would be somewhat of a community for them. Now, here's the problem with, first of all, well, let me just tell the rest of that. So that's what the city's proposing. And like always, there's neighborhood people and homeowners, oh, well, it's too close to a school. It's too close to a this. And what if this happens? And what if that happens? And it just behooves me, because would you rather these people be continually on the street? Would you rather keep having to go and have meetings and city council meetings and stuff about the rats and the feces and sometimes I've heard of open sex and just like all kinds of stuff that go on in homeless camps. And the fact that they can easily carry disease. You know what I'm saying? With all the garbage and people not bathing, people being unclean, people being unsanitary. This is the reason that people need housing of some sort with running water and, so that, the trash, what do you call it? Public service, the trash people can come around, waste management, and get trash and have it clean and everything. People need to be able to have a place to cook food and have stoves and have, like I said, access to running water of all sorts for bodily needs. Um, and just basic human services that are not available if you're living on the street. And it just, putting those two stories together, I said to myself, we are more concerned about animals in this society. Because to go on with the rest of that, there were also a lot of people, oh, that's just horrible, and you need to call animal control, and well, yeah, well, we don't know what he did to the dog, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, so we worried and concerned about a dog that's in somebody's yard that somebody yelled at. I mean, maybe it's wrong, maybe you feel it's wrong or whatever. And first of all, if you're driving by, I don't see how you heard somebody yelling at a dog. But anyway, it's not a crime. People yell and cuss out children, beat the hell out of children all day long. And half the people don't say anything. They don't do welfare checks on them. They don't, try to get help with children or anything. They just let stuff happen. But for animals, like it just amazes me. And this, it just really amazes me that we care more about the welfare of an animal. And people on that same next door app or neighborhood app or whatever you call it, I have seen them making comments about the homeless problem and people sleeping everywhere and they're getting too close to our neighborhoods and some homeless guy walked across my lawn and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, where I don't understand where the humanity is. I would think while these same people are protesting and going to city council meetings about the city finally trying to come up with a solution to the problem and house these people, but nah, you don't want them housed. What you want to what? Just keep complaining about them at city council meetings that they're laying on the sidewalk when there is a solution. Oh, because they're too close to a school. They're too close to my property. Like I don't even. I swear I don't even understand the arguments. And no, I have not got on there to listen and hear about the arguments. I thought about it, but it's just going to make me mad because at the end of the day, like I'm saying, where do you want them to go? I keep hearing people talk about the homeless problem and we don't want him here and we don't want him in our neighborhood. So the cities, not just mine, the cities will go and, you know, tear up all these people's little life. That's all they have with them is what they carry around with them. And they do these whole sweeps where they get them out of this neighborhood and throw their stuff away and bring the big trucks and throw all these people's things away. And we don't know what them people have there. We don't know if those are those people IDs and whatever little medical something that they may have, we don't know what it is. That it's not always trash and junk just because they're living on the street, which is why I keep saying people need some sort of housing. And what place is ever going to be good enough to where they can live there? Like, it just gets me because it's like everybody, just because they're on the street and homeless, doesn't mean that they're not a person, doesn't even mean that they're crazy, they mentally. A lot of people, especially after COVID, just fell on hard times. Like a lot of people just lost everything. These people aren't crazy. These people aren't drug addicts. A lot of these people are just having a hard time. Then we say, oh, well, go to human services, go to a shelter. Shelters are not always safe. And I'm not saying it's better to live on the street, but I'm saying have respect for if somebody doesn't want to go to a shelter. There are crimes that happen in shelters. And a lot of times the staff are so mean and rude and treat these people like crap, so much so that a lot of times those people don't want to be there. Like they don't want to be talked to stupid. They don't want to be threatened that, oh, well, you'll get put out. And if you don't do this, and I mean, those people, I've seen it. Those people treat those people really bad. And it's like they hold the shelter and the room and all that stuff over them. They kick them people out so quick and so easy because they know it's a revolving door. And they know, well, if I kick you out, somebody else gonna come in and fill the space. They don't worry about that person, where that person gonna go. Are they in the program long enough to finally get some help? I mean, it's just crazy how we have all these preconceived notions about people and their situation. And but we offer no solutions. Like we don't want giving them housing to me is a solution. I mean, it would turn into a little community where, like I said, at least you would have waste management coming and dumping their trash. At least they will be in some type of housing with running water and a stove or a microwave or something to cook hot food. Um, they can have their clothing and their belongings and all that in a safe place. I mean, I see everything good about it, but it just behooves me that people have so many reasons as to not, why not to do it. And like I say, I mean, would you rather keep just stepping over them while they shoot up on the street? Like, is that what you want? Like, San Francisco is a whole, like, I'll just go look up San Francisco and the homeless issue. Like, is that what we're asking for? I mean, it seems as if to me that we just want to have something to complain about. And I think people just don't give a care that they don't care about the homeless. They just don't want them around them, whether they're in a house or not. They just don't want them around them. And it just gets me because it's like, this is a solution where people can be treated humanely and have a safe place to be. And because, oh, it's too close to my neighborhood. Oh, my property value is going to go down. Oh, well, my, it's too close to a school or whatever, which that I get. Okay. I mean, but half of them probably got sex offenders in their neighborhoods right now, living next door to them. So, I mean, I get it about the kids. I get that. But also, like I keep saying, where are they supposed to go? Do we just keep doing citywide sweeps and washing the pavement down and all of that in neighborhoods, and we just keep pushing them where? Then they're gonna go where? So you push them out of that spot, they're gonna go where? 6 months later, y'all come do another sweep, get them out of here like a bunch of roaches or something, just so you don't have to see them. And like I say, it behooves me because I watch these next door app posts and I see people who have more love and compassion for a dog. I mean, I see these people, it's amazing to me. I see these people on this app who say stuff like, "Oh, there was a dog or a cat um that was walking down the street, and I don't know who the cat is or dog is or whatever. I picked him up and I put him in my car, and and here I took a picture of the dog and the cat, and maybe somebody could get it to a shelter, or what do you guys think I should do to get this poor little baby somewhere to stay?" And and people will go out of their way for an animal, which, don't get me wrong, right now I got two cats. I love animals. I absolutely adore animals, and their safety and all of that is big on my list. But if I got to choose between getting a cat somewhere to stay safe and sound or whatever, or getting a human someplace safe and sound to stay, I'm going to pick the human. That's just me though, because cats can do fine on their own outside by themselves. I mean, they can run up a tree. They can, I mean, they're animals. Come on. And like I say, um, it just behooves me the level of inhumanity we have for humanity. Like I've literally opened up that app and seen people calling people bums and stuff because they have nowhere to go or stay. And what are they doing to help? Nothing. Oh, don't get them people y'all money. They be out there scamming. They be getting checks and they be having such and such, such. You don't know that all the time. Yeah, that could be true. Yeah, there's been people who has fake being homeless, fake being sick, fake having a broke this and a broke that, and have, got up and got in nice cars and went to their homes in the subdivision. Yeah, that has happened. But at the same time, they've put their sign away, tucked their little money in a jar or in their pocket or something, and went back and laid under a bridge. Also, unmedicated, unhoused, frustrated, mad, upset, all of these type things because of the situation that they're in. And like I keep saying, where are they supposed to go? If if there's even enough room at a shelter. Because at the end of the day, how many of these cities even have enough shelter space to keep all of the homeless people who decide to go there? Because, like I keep saying, a lot of them don't want to, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the shelters it's safer for them to be on the street. Just saying. I've been in shelters where I've observed and I've seen and I've seen how things go. And I've talked to homeless people to where I get it. They don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And that's their choice. But it seems like sometimes people just say it just to be go to a shelter. Just go somewhere. And at the end of the day, your attitude is just go somewhere where I don't have to see you. That's what your attitude is. And it's just sad. That's my post. It's just the inhumanity for me, that, like I say, these people will catch a stray, not even a stray, these don't even be stray dogs and cats, if you ask me. A lot of times, the pictures that they take are of very nice, very well groomed dogs or something who may have just maybe ran out of the yard, or a cat who maybe somebody let their cat out. The dog or cat going to eventually go ahead and get home. But people are capturing other people's animals and tell me, oh, let's take them to the shelter to see if they're chipped, and we'll find out who it belongs. And it's just like, leave the damn cat and dog alone for a while. Just leave it alone. Maybe they will get back to their owner. Like, people are so desperate, and half the time, if you ask me, I think people be trying to steal people pets, because every dog and cat you see, like back in the day. Now, well, back in the day when I was growing up, it was stray dogs walking up and down the street. Like, that was just a thing. Don't really see it no more, But um you could tell at that time, even back then, you could tell a stray dog from somebody's dog. They got a leash on, or they're well groomed, or they just look nice, or maybe they're a little skittish or something. Like, you can tell a pet from a stray. You know what I'm saying? Just like I keep saying, it's rare to really just see a real true stray nowadays. Unless, I guess, maybe you're in certain areas. Like, I don't know, but like I ain't really just seen no strays just running around. So, you guys, this message is, and I'm probably still going to go ahead and put this on my other page because I went over, but it's a message of being humane, of bringing back humanity. Like, it's just amazing how people don't seem to care about their fellow humans anymore. Like, it's just, and I get the fact that animals can't necessarily fend for themselves. I mean, but have y'all seen some cats in action? Like, for real, like the smallest little cats, like little house cats. Man, they will tear you and a big dog and everything else up, like completely tear you apart. Like, cats are pretty self sufficient. You know what I'm saying? So, and you may not want to go around a stray dog because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, animals are animals, humans are humans, and my feeling is that humans need to take top priority. Their housing, their needs, the fact of letting them be able to get food on a daily basis, fresh water on a daily basis, access to sanitation. So, I mean, those things are ideal and they're necessary for human survival. And I think a lot of people don't realize to also stop the spread of disease. When you got rats and things like that, and fecal matter and urine and all of this stuff around in one section and area, it can spread disease, and disease can spread from person to person. We don't know when it's going to finally hit you. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we need to think about: public health and safety. I'm not worried about a cat being on the street for a little while. Like, cats can fend for themselves, dogs can fend for themselves. But we have more love and compassion for animals at this point in time than we do for humanity. And it's sad. And I wish it were better. I wish we as people were better. But it's just sad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the empath in me. I don't know. I want to, like I keep bringing up the fact that I'm an empath because I want to base my teachings and the things that I'm learning about myself and being an empath and empathy to people because it's missing. Like, I'm learning how much being an empath is actually like a real true superpower because people just walk around don't have no empathy. They don't give a damn about the next person. And it's so sad. It's just so sad to me. But you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit all notifications so that you know when I upload new videos. Leave me a comment. I would love to know what you think. Like, is this situation going on in your city, your town? I'm pretty sure it is. Um, what's your city's solutions? I personally think my city and mayor has a really good plan and solution, but people are just fighting it, and I don't get it. And I really hope that they go ahead and move forward with what they're trying to do. So, you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.